minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ed Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you alive? God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Look, Jake. They got Freddy fucking Krueger.
Ooh, baby. 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 Ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's the Sunday Horror Hangout. And with me, he's back. Is Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you, Michael, and everybody in the chat. Dude, it feels great to be back. We have officially entered October, my favorite month, bar none. Dude, stoked to be here. And I know we got a fantastic show. We always have a fantastic show. Dude, good to see everybody in the chat. It's good to see you, Michael.
Hell yeah,
Let's
man.
do it, buddy. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, dude. And you brought up something as well that I actually meant to lead the show with, but happy October, everyone. Happy Halloween month. Again, you said it, man. I agree with you 100%. This is my favorite month. It is. It is by far, man. It's something that is horror fans. We're counting down the days. We're in like, what is it, like May or something? We're like, well, we're halfway to Halloween. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I think I do a halfway to Halloween show, every year. To where it's just like, hey, we're halfway there. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start talking about Halloween. We've only got 6 months away, and here we are, dude. The weather's not cooperating the way I would like it to. I'd love to be in a hoodie right now and all of that stuff, but we'll get there, man.
Dude,
We'll
for
get
sure, for sure. That's actually even ticking me off a little bit. You walk outside and it feels like you could go swimming. It's like, what the, no. Michael, I want to say I started watching the Halloween movies like mid-September.
Yeah.
And I've been knocking them out, man. I want to say we just hit October. I've probably got 3 or 4 to watch and I've ran through them all. Yeah, dude, we get so stoked for this, man. It's our time, dude. It is our time, and I love it.
Yeah, man. I really can't wait, dude. And I mean, this is such a busy month for not only Movies and Beyond, but our friend group in general. You know what I mean? Because you got to think, like, we just got done with Horror Hound. It's 2 weeks ago. We had Horror Hound. We're jumping into Scarefest. You have all the October stuff, that comes up in between. And it's just like, man, what a busy month. Luckily this year, I was really smart about it this year. And I took the week after Scarefest off of work.
Nice.
So I'll be able to do a lot of October Movies and Beyond stuff that, the following week after Scarefest. So being down there and I'll be filming down there as well. I'll have time to edit and I'll have time to get that video out that week. So, fingers crossed, I get everything together and I'll be able to get that video out that week.
This will be a Scarefest video?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And having media there, I'm going to try to get as many people as I can from the guest list at Scarefest to be able to talk a little bit and incorporate all that into the video, depending on how much, content that I get. Because, dude, you got to think, the amount of things that are down there from the guest list. We have the Warren Museum that's down there and all me trying to film and do the things that I want to do down there. It's hectic. It's going to be a hectic weekend, but I get to spend it with great friends, and I'm definitely looking forward to it like I do every single year, man.
Dude, Michael, I think I'm looking forward to your, post Scarefest video.
Yeah.
More than anything, dude. I think that is so freaking awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, it shows just, how far you've come, honestly. And yeah, have a media pass, and then we got, all that, your whole video, whatever, all you caught, all the celebrities you talked to check that out on, dude. I can't wait for that, man.
The thing that, and it's funny because, you think about, all the things that I'm doing down there, everybody's doing down there. The thing that worries me the most is, how am I going to test sound? I got to test sound in here because the worst thing that I could do is film me talking to someone and the convention drowns out the microphone. But so I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of testing when I get down there and everything. So just those are types of things that keep me up at night, Matt. Those.
Well, dude, I get that because let's face it, dude, Scarefest is a packed house, man. It's going to be loud as hell in there. So I think that will be one of your biggest challenges, as far as making sure, that you can hear the celebrities when they're talking to you and, vice versa.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is it's a huge step for both, it's our first time vending there.
Yeah.
It's your first trip with a media pass. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
It's just funny, man, because if you film, normally you're always worried about sound, right? But you can always adapt to that. And you can do that at Scarefest too, but filming and capturing sound in something that's closed in, it's not open, with the amount of people walking by and having conversations, and those are the things that are keeping me up right now. Other than the fact that my Nightmare on Elm Street 4 poster showed up damaged, so that made me sad as well. But you do what you can do.
Now I got a question. Is it
I'll figure it out.
damage, or is it Michael damage? Like where there's something you would never see unless you're you.
Damaged is damaged. All right.
It's a fair question, Michael.
Isn't Michael damaged? Yes, it's definitely Michael damaged. Is it damaged to the naked eye behind a frame? Probably, maybe. I don't know. But what happened when it was delivered? You know, it was delivered in the cardboard, tube.
Yeah.
With no lid on it, and it looks like water got in there. So where the water got in, even if it was one drop of water, you got to think that poster's rolled, so that one is sinking all the way through, and it created dots down the middle of it, of almost like a crinkle, like a crinkle, a little raised part, and like a little crinkle in multiple spots that go in a straight line down the poster.
Yeah, it sucks.
So
especially when you're looking to slap, badass autographs on. I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about part 4. We talked a little bit backstage about movies that have crept up for us. Like if you go back and look at a past video that we did 2.5 years ago talking about that movie, I'm like, yeah, I didn't really like it. But with Nightmare 4 for me, that has jumped. Like each time we've reviewed it, it's gone up and gone up and gone up to the point where that's one of the things I'm most excited about is meeting the Nightmare 4 cast. Like that's
when we were talking backstage, I literally almost said that Friday 6 is turning into my Nightmare 4. Yeah. I almost said that because that's really what I'm seeing happening here.
Yeah, and that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I mean, the thing about Friday 6, and then we'll get through and talk to the chat here. I do apologize, but I haven't caught up with my friend in a minute. That's what we're doing. So where was I? I got old brain. With Friday 6, man, the first thing that pops in my head is Man Behind the Mask. I hear Alice Cooper. And it's just like, here we go, man. CJ Graham's a beast. I love Tom Matthews as Tommy Jarvis. So it's just like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, I can dig part 6, man, for sure.
Yeah, same here.
All right, let me try to get through this chat because there's 24 people in here right now and they are going. So let me get through and try to say hi to everyone. I got to throw DJ out there because he was first today. He said, hi all. What's up, DJ? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Sunday.
What's up, DJ?
Paula saying hi to everybody as well. What's up, Paula? Happy Sunday. Always good to see you here, my friend. Jerry Wilson in the chat saying hello, Michael and Matt. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. Jerry Wilson, what's up? What is up, my man? Good to see you here, brother. And he's also reminding everybody to smash that slash that like button. What's up, Jerry?
What's up, Jerry?
Gina in the chat as well saying, everyone, happy Sunday. Let's do this. What's up, Gina?
Hello, Gina.
Michael G is in the chat as well saying happy Sunday to all you badasses. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. He came through. What's up, Michael? Happy Sunday, brother. Val's in the chat. The General's in the chat. And the General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What's up, Val? I hope you're having a great Sunday. I know that her sports teams are doing amazing. If you live in Cincinnati right now, the Reds made the playoffs for like 2 days. We were there for like 2 days. We're like, we made it. We're done. It took 2 games. We were done. So, unfortunately, watched the Bengals getting the hell kicked out of them at dinner tonight. So I left. It was 16-0 when I stopped watching. So they probably lost. Melissa's in the chat as well. The wild card saying, hey to everybody. What's up, Melissa? Happy Sunday, Melissa. My friend. I see that Jerry's gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, you are the man, my friend. Thank you so much for that, dude. It means the world to me. A million thank yous. Thank you, Jerry. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well saying, what's up, all you scary people? Happy Horror Sunday. Happy Horror Sunday to you, Jeff. What's up, brother? Jeff? I see Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions is in the chat saying, what's up, gang? What's up, Peter? Dude, I swear to God, I say this every show that I'm going to reach out to you, and I don't, and I apologize. I'm going to send you a message tonight, Peter. As a matter of fact, that's going to happen when the show's over. I need to talk to you about something. I keep forgetting to message you. What's up, man? Good to see you here, brother. Always happy to have you here. I know I missed one because he's right here. And James is in the chat. The Shape is in the chat saying hi, everybody. What's up, James? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you.
Yeah, what's up, James? Good to see you always, buddy. Got to spend a little time with James and Jeff. Made an appearance up at the booth this weekend. Him and Kaylee, and that was awesome to see them.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Hell yeah. I see that Jerry's gifted another Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, man, dude, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. See that Sarah Campbell is in the chat as well, saying, "Hey friends, what's up, Sarah? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy
Hello,
Sunday."
Sarah.
Wayne Turner is in the chat all the way from Sydney, Australia. What's up, Wayne? I hope you're doing good, my man. Always good to see you.
Hello, Wayne.
Patrick's in the chat as well. Have Cheetah Will View saying, "Just saw the 2 scariest horror films of the year, games 1 and 2 of the AL playoffs." Dude, I saw the Reds lost. I was done, so I don't even know who's left in it anymore. I'm sure the Red Sox and the Yankees, they're probably in it. I'm assuming still probably.
Hey, I'm glad I'm just a UFC fan, man. And this weekend for me was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. You know that, Michael. It was fantastic. It was a banger.
It was over before I could even turn it on, man.
My boy Alex Pereira has his belt back, baby. Has his belt back. Watch out.
Yeah, we're at Movies and Beyond here. We're talking movies. I'm bringing up baseball. We're talking UFC. But I did read somewhere that Alex Pereira is trying to jump up and wait and fight John Jones at the White House. Is there any truth behind that?
I would say there is a lot of truth to that. It's crazy how this man's weight can fluctuate.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not as easy as he makes it look.
Yeah.
But dude, like he was fighting. Yeah, we won't talk too much about.
Yeah, because we'll get in. This will be 30 minutes.
There's some truth to it, Michael.
Yeah, there's gonna be people.
I'll just stop myself before I go on and on. But
I came for horror tier list. What are we doing here?
Yeah, he could make heavyweight. And there's probably some truth to that for sure.
Oh yeah. Mad Mom's in the chat. What's up, Teresa? Saying hello, y'all, in Movies and Beyond land. Hope you had a good weekend. You too, Teresa. Always good to see you here. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. I see that Teal's in the chat as well. What's up, Teal? I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday, my man. Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you here. Richard is in the chat as well, saying hello, everyone. Happy to be here and go Jays go. Well, I guess the Blue Jays are in there too. So, what's up, Richard? Good to see you, my man. A lot of sports fans in here tonight. A lot of sports fans. I love it. I see Kyle's in the chat as well, saying hi, all. What's up, Michael and Matt? What's up, Kyle? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you here, brother.
Hello, Kyle.
I see that Mr. Rick has hit 15 months as a Movies and Beyond member, saying can't wait to do the Curse 5 video. Should be fun. Hell yeah, Mr. Rick. Just let me know when you're ready. Dude, week after Scarefest to be the perfect week for me, man. Definitely. I can't wait to do that. Rick was a VIP member, Matt, and he shot the idea to me because one of my perks as a VIP channel member is you get to pick a show, come on with me, and we do the show of your choice. So if you're a VIP channel member, that's one of the perks you get. And he chose, tell me this isn't going to be fun, Matt. He chose, let's talk about part 5 from Nightmare, Halloween, and Friday. Like what happened with the part 5s?
Okay.
Like it's just something with it. Like it's a curse of 5. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm so much looking forward to that.
Unless those are all 3 your favorites. Yeah, but
you like what you like, right? But general consensus, those aren't the favorite of most people.
No.
I definitely see that. And I can't wait to do. You all know how I love to talk about Halloween 5. So definitely can't wait to do that. Hell yeah, Mr. Rick.
Dude, when I'm doing my nightmare, I'm doing a nightmare marathon. I dread part 5 coming up, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
I dread it.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to watch it again prior. Well, I'm going to have to watch it again prior to Scarefest because Lisa Wilcox is in it, and I'm a fan of the character of Alice. And then if she starts talking to me about part 5, I don't want to be like, I don't really remember that. Is that the motorcycle scene? Oh yeah, you weren't in that scene. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I got a refresh on part 5. I think I watched last time I watched it was on like a little watch party that I did for Movies and Beyond, probably about a year ago, maybe, if I had to guess, rough estimate. Last time I watched it.
And the only thing that saves Friday 5 for me is memorable characters, out the wazoo, and tons of kills to keep you entertained. That saves it for me. Like, it doesn't make it great by any means, but it makes it
Demon and Ethel or two that come to mind.
Oh God,
you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I see that Oracles is in the chat as well. What's up, Oracle? I hope you're doing well, my man. Saying October definitely is one of my favorite months. It's like Woodstock. What is the horror films but a whole month? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Great. It is for the horror fan. I see that Jerry has gifted another Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, dude, thank you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. I'm just trying to get through to everybody. I see Talk to the Mic is in the chat as well, saying, what's up, everyone? What's up, Mike? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you here, my man. Trying to get through all this chat. Okay, I think that I am caught up with the chat. So, Matt, dude, great to be back. We got through everybody. You guys are going in the chat tonight, by the way. And we're here to do some horror movies, man. We're going to put them in the tier chart. We're going to make this very laid back, right? We're going to do this very laid back tonight. It's not going to be like super, this must go here, this must go here. What we're going to do is we're going to bring up a movie, Matt. We'll tell them, we'll talk about where we think it should be. We'll do nothing, nothing extensive. And then we'll read through the comments tonight, and then we'll just basically put it where we think it should go. Right.
All right, man. I like laid back.
Yeah. So we're going to do laid back tonight. Usually we're super precise with correct counts and, everything's exact. We're not going to do that tonight. Because as you guys know, and I do want to announce this, okay, two things I want to talk about before we do this. Next Sunday is going to be the Scarefest show, right? So we do this every year. It's a show before Scarefest. We go through the lineups. We talk about, all the things we're excited to do. And it's definitely a show where I like to get your guys' input, especially with Movies and Beyond being a media down there this year, that I will be able to get some feedback from you guys on what you guys would like to see from that event, right? Two, I'm going to put a poll up for this one because I really don't know if I should wait. Oh, actually, I can't do that here. Anyway, never mind. I'll talk about that at the end of the show. So let's forget I brought up the second thing, but I will bring it up at the end of the show. So let me go ahead and bring over our tier charts. And I just broke it down in simple. Our top tier, Matt, we always refer to that as This Is God, right? So this is where your top tier movies go. This is where your superstars will go. Then you have a great movie, because there are great horror movies, but they're not God level, right? They haven't reached that tier yet. They're on their way, possibly at some point, but they're not going to make it. Or they're not there yet. Good. It's a good movie. We've always got our ever popular, take it or leave it type of deal. And then we have, it's just a bad movie. And then there's trash, right? So those are the tiers that I broke it down into. I can't measure with polls and stuff like that because YouTube decides to only give you 4 spots for a poll. And I couldn't break it into This Is God, good, okay, bad. You know what I mean? Because there's so much in between there, man, and that's when you start crossing movies up. And
I'm kind of deciding right now, like, do I want to be hard on movies tonight, or like give them the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, give it the benefit. Yeah, we'll see how we feel when we start pulling movies. That's basically where it gets to. And so Matt, you can read this, okay? I blew it up to where we should be able to see everything up there. And the movies on this tier chart. Now, I didn't make this is a pre-generated tier that was already put up there. Like, I didn't import all these movies. So, the movies that are in here, they look pretty good to me. Like, they covered a lot of the franchises. a lot of the franchises. So of course we won't get to everything, but we are going to go through and have a good time with this. And I can't, I guess I'll just randomly pull them out for right now to make sure that we hit them, with it being October and horror movie month for the most part. For normal people, for us, that's every month. So, but this is the one where everybody celebrates it. But as you can see,
Look at
Matt,
that beautiful chart. Look at that.
We have
Man.
there's just quite a bit here, right? There's quite a bit. And let's do one that we don't talk about a lot. Let's start there, Matt. Let's go ahead and bring my boy up right here. And I'll just start it in the
very interesting one for me. Very interesting
spot. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about Hellraiser, you guys. Let's talk about Hellraiser. This is one that I don't talk about too terribly much. And it's not one that I watch every day either. But to me, Hellraiser, the first one, has always been my favorite out of these. I've always found it the creepiest, the most eerie, especially with Frank. You know what I mean? Frank, which I learned, I didn't know this prior to the event we went to in Indie Days of the Dead, that there were two different Franks, right? I didn't know that prior to that. But you have Frank. You have Frank where he's like skin and bones and all of that stuff, man. Kirsty Cotton to me is a great final girl for that. This doesn't really fall into the realm of slasher for me. It's kind of more of I don't know, Matt. Would you say this is more of a demonic type movie as opposed to a slasher type?
Yes,
I would think so too. Hellraiser for me is always good, right? That's where I would put Hellraiser. Matt, where do you feel like Hellraiser would go for you?
I feel like every one of these, every time we do this, they're always borderline between two for me every single time. What takes Hellraiser from me from being like, great or, God, it really, a lot of it's the rewatchability. It doesn't have a ton for me.
Yeah.
But son of a bitch, if it's not original,
yep.
It's creative as hell. The characters are timeless. The story is fantastic. It deserves to be in great, but for myself, I can't go above good. I'm right there with you. And I'm sitting here saying I believe it deserves higher, but just for that fact that it doesn't have the best rewatchability for me, I gotta stay with good, man.
Oh yeah, I agree, man. Let's see what the
I hope the chat takes it a notch higher. I will not argue.
I got you. Let's see. The wild card comes through with trash. Melissa is throwing Hellraiser in the garbage.
That's what I love about Melissa, though, dude.
Yeah.
She is a
comes
wild
through
card.
and is honest.
And I love it, man. I love it.
Richard's saying good. James is saying good. Patrick is saying the first one is the best one. I agree with that 100%, Patrick. And he's saying Hellraiser 2 was such a letdown. There was a time when I was younger when I really liked Hellraiser 2. I watched Hellraiser 2 again probably about 4 months ago, and I was I wasn't happy with what I saw. So, yeah, I can see your point of view there. And I always tried to stick up for Hellraiser 2. But like I said, like we always say, Matt, you watch stuff more, it either goes up or down for you. And Hellraiser 2 definitely went down for me. So I can definitely see that.
Almost no one has this opinion. My favorite Hellraiser is Hellraiser 4 Bloodline.
Really?
I love Bloodline.
Hell yeah, man.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one where people, if they haven't seen a lot of the Hellraisers,
yeah.
I always tell them to check out Bloodline. Just his quotes in there, you see him a lot. He looks fantastic. Yeah, dude. That's my
I don't know if I own Bloodlines. Do I?
Well, I can loan that to you any day, my friend.
I do own Bloodline.
Okay,
I have to
okay.
pop that in. It's been a long time, man.
Check it out for what it is. But the scenes with Pinhead are just phenomenal, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
Phenomenal.
I'll definitely check it out for sure. Wayne is saying I have the first 3 Hellraiser movies on physical media, 1 and 3 on DVD, and 2 on Blu-ray. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Mr. Rick is saying Hellraiser gets a good. I agree. Paula is saying good. Michael G is saying good. Wayne is saying Hellraiser great. So disturbing and frightening. It definitely is.
I was about to say, man, I'm surprised there's not more greats popping up here because I know Hellraiser has a nasty fan base, man.
It does. I mean, shit, I've got a puzzle box right there. You know, met Doug Bradley twice. He's freaking awesome.
He is.
Matt, as a matter of fact, you got to buy Doug Bradley a beer.
Yeah.
At Days of the Dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Jeff is saying, I say it's okay. All right, man. Gina's saying it's good. Jamie Hart is in the chat. What's up, Jamie Hart? I hope you're doing well.
Somebody let Jeff know we don't have an okay section. So is it mad or good, Jeff?
I don't know. Do I need to add an okay section? Because I feel like there isn't.
I'm just picking on Jeff.
I may have to do that. Jamie Hart, you going to Scarefest this year, my friend? We gonna see you down there? Let me know. Let's see. Mr. Rick is saying, when I was a kid, the trailer for Hellraiser came on, it just scared the hell out of me, and I ran out of the room. I got you, man. Got you. Hellraiser. You know what I remember about the Hellraiser trailer, Matt? Is Stephen King says the future of horror movies is Clive Barker. That's what started. And I don't know if I remember that from a long time ago or if I remember it from when we did 80s trailers on here. More than likely, I remember it from when we did 80s trailers on here. But yeah, that's what pops in my head from that trailer for sure. Kyle said the first Hellraiser is so underrated to me. I watched for the first time last year. I thought it was great. Dude, that's awesome. That is freaking awesome.
It is cool to watch something so classic, you know, so late, you know, kind of like I do with The Exorcist. And it blew my mind. I like, where has this been all my life?
I gotcha.
But it is cool to watch a classic for the first time.
Teal said Hellraiser lacks Pinhead, but it does have a good story, so it's okay.
It does lack Pinhead, man. It does. Hell, he wasn't meant to even come back. Like, he was just supposed to be that last part of, you know, the original and just be done. But I get it. Everybody's like, wait a minute. You tell me we're not going to get more of this badass? Like, nah, that's not going to fly.
I got you.
You know, it's like similar to Art the Clown, you know, in All Hallows Eve. He was supposed to be a, you know, little whatever, you know, creepy clown and be gone. And, you know, now he's at Walmart and Meijer.
And now we're all talking about what's going to happen in Terrifier 4, right?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
We'll do. Jamie Hart is saying Hellraiser is great. I saw it in the theater. Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Jamie said, I'm going to Scarefest. I'll be there Thursday night through Sunday night. That's awesome, Jamie. This time, if we run into each other, we got to say what's up for sure. Because Jamie Hart and I ran into each other 2 years ago at Alice from Friday. Well, I was like, I don't, that person looks familiar, but I'm not really sure. And then we figured out that we were standing pretty much right next to each other, meeting Alice from Friday the 13th. And
awesome.
So definitely.
Yeah. And Jamie, please, I won't have a whole lot of time at Scarefest to actually walk around. But please stop by the Mad Matt's Mask booth. I would love to meet you in person for sure.
All right, Matt, it looks like for the most part, we saw good, you know, for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in good for right now. I am going to make an edit here for everyone. We're going to add a row below. And we are going to name it. Well, let me just go ahead and add the row below. We're going to name this one meh. Oh, let me cap that. And then we're going to go up here and make this okay. So there. Now we have, yeah, that's better. That's better. I feel that was better. All right, Matt, let's bring out another one that we don't talk about that much. I'm going to stay away from, look at, there's your boy right there, man. There's freaking Arnie and Predator. We're going to go ahead and do, I feel like we talk about, well, shit, we talk about a lot of these. Dude, let's go ahead and bring up Smile. I'd like to see what everybody thought of the first Smile. I haven't talked about that movie since it came out. So our movie that we're talking about right now is Smile. Matt, how did you feel about Smile?
Meh.
Meh? Okay.
You know, I can't say I had like super high expectations for Smile.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was one I was going into it like, let's see what this is about, you know, keep me entertained. And, you know, I left with just, you know, I would tell anybody it's worth a watch, but it's not going to knock your socks off by any means. Mm-hmm. So I'd say I was a little underwhelmed with Smile. And I won't talk about Smile 2 too much, but I'll say I do think the sequel upped the ante a little bit. I like the sequel much better.
All right. Smile for me, I'm going to say it's okay. All right. And for me, Smile was a tale of two movies. And let me explain myself before everybody's like, Michael, that's crazy. You didn't really know what Smile was going to be about during the first one you saw. You just saw like all the do you remember there were people at baseball games that were standing there that were just smiling, you know, Major League Baseball games to promote that movie. Like they were doing a lot of things. And to me, I'm sorry, you guys, but that's creepy as shit. All right. The whole first half hour of that movie creeped me the fuck out, right? But then it took a turn as to what it was, and it was a lot like Jeepers Creepers for me the first time I saw it. Again, Michael's crazy. How are you comparing Smile to Jeepers Creepers? Well, the original 30 minutes of the movie, you think it's about one thing, and then you find out it's about something else, right? So it kind of misdirects on what's really going on. And then you find out what it is, and you either like it or you don't, right? With Jeepers Creepers, it was like, okay, I can see that. I like, you know, the way that went. First time I was kind of iffy with it, but, you know, the creeper ended up becoming, you know, the icon that he is. Fantastic. With Smile, it was just like, I feel like I've seen this before, because to me, it was just like, what was the name of the movie with Justin Long and the big lady when they were in the house and she like milked him or tried to milk him, and she was a giant lady, and then she ran outside and ends up like getting thrown off the building or whatever. Was that
right on the tip of my tongue?
Was that Barbarian?
Yes.
Was that, okay.
Yeah.
It turned like very like that. You know, it's like, didn't I just see like a giant? It was different for me. It didn't go the direction I want. It wasn't the movie that scared me initially like I thought it would. So it's in the okay to meh category for me for Smile. But I feel like Smile missed out on some potential that it had. And I'm sorry. It's just the way that I feel about this. I feel like they could have did so much more with it. Because the initial thing to me, even the trailer, creeped me the hell out. I don't know why, but it just did.
You know, I'll say something, Michael, like you were talking to the people going to the games, you know, and promote and Smile. I ran into a cosplayer at Days of the Dead who was doing Smile cosplay. And it's funny because before he like, you know, came up to my booth, I saw him just kind of doing it to like a group of people. And, you know, at first it didn't register like, you know, Smile and this, that, and the other. I just see this person staring at these people with this smile. And, you know, before that registers, like it was very, very eerie, man. Yeah. It took about probably a couple seconds, but it felt like, you know, a couple minutes where I'm like, dude, what's this guy doing? This is creepy as shit. But he would go all around that con and just stop and just, dude, he played it to a T, and it was pretty cool.
You got to give it up to people that can do that, man. You know what I mean? Like you got to think if that's something that you're going to do at a or if you cosplay, you know what I mean? People that put in the effort to do those things, like my hat's off to you guys. You know, the most you're going to get out of me is a hockey mask over my regular face.
Yeah.
You know, like that's all I can do. I can't. I get claustrophobic and I get hot and I can't.
He had one of the characters get ups, and I shit you not, he would sit there and stare at people for 5-7 minutes at a time, just like it was.
Nope. I'd walk on him. I'd be like, "Oh, that's fantastic," and just leave. You know what I mean? Like it's there's no way. There's no freaking way. Let's see. Mr. Rick was saying, "Oh, I gotta get this." Mr. Rick said, "Next one you should do is Leprechaun in the Hood." I don't remember that movie too well, but we could do that. I'm all about it. Mr. Rick is saying, "I'll give Smile good." I got you. Wayne is saying, good. Watched it in theaters, have both movies on Blu-ray. Fun fact, the first victim is an Australian actress. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Richard is saying Smile 1 was good, but it's borderline with okay. Did not like Smile 2. Okay. Smile 2. Gina said Smile is also good. Love the second one more. That's cool.
Same. I thought the second one was a bit better. I did.
Jeff is saying didn't see it. Hey, you should check it out, Jeff. Sarah said Smile is meh for me.
I get it.
And Patrick is saying the PR was great for this film. It was, dude. It was. Anytime you're watching a baseball game and there's someone standing back there behind home plate with that freaking smile right where the camera is, it's just like, oh, man, this shit's crazy. Michael G is saying I had very low expectations, but went to the theater and found it great. That's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome. Wayne said, I think that Smile 2 is better than the original. All right. Teal said Smile, different, but meh. Then I got a couple people throwing out Barbarian for me there. I got it. I pulled it together at the end. I was able to do that.
They had your back.
Yeah. Teal is saying that Smile 2 is way better than the OG. And Richard's saying Barbarian. I just watched that last night. That's awesome, man. Anything with Justin Long, dude. I'm about it. I'm definitely about it. Matt, what is your what is your knowledge on Leprechaun in the Hood?
All I can remember is when I saw that coming out. I remember like, okay, this is really where we've gone with Leprechaun. I remember just laughing like, we're in the hood now. Like, what the F? And Leprechaun ends at part 1 and 2 for me. I love 1 and 2. I can watch them back to back. I think 1's a classic.
1's fun.
Warwick Davis killed the role.
Jennifer Aniston's in it as well.
Yeah, but after Space and the Hood, and they became movies you just gotta watch for what they are, have fun with them. But I feel like they just kicked the seriousness out the window, and yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm looking at the cover right now, and I may have never seen this because I'm seeing up in the top right-hand corner next to Warwick Davis's name that Ice-T's in this movie.
Isn't Snoop in that as well?
I couldn't tell you. I know Ice-T is though, and it's just like, well,
Michael, I think I've seen it. But I can't be 100%, man.
All right. I'm starting to think I might not have seen Leprechaun Go to the Hood.
Isn't there even a Leprechaun Back to the Hood?
Yes, there's 2 Leprechaun Hood movies. Yeah, like Leprechaun.
Naturally.
Not only did he go to the Hood, but apparently he stayed there, because he liked it, because he went back, right? Yeah. So yeah, man, I might have to check those out. All the Leprechaun movies, by the way, you guys, is on Peacock this month. So if you do own Peacock and you don't own the Leprechaun movies, but you want to give them a watch, go over to Peacock, and you'll be able to check them all out over there. I think that I might be checking out some Leprechaun movies here soon. So I don't know. I really can't give it a rating. I will let you guys in the chat do that. For Leprechaun in the Hood. Let's see what y'all got here. Because
I don't think I can either, Michael. To be honest with you.
James said it was awful. All right, buddy. Well, Wayne letting us know that Leprechaun went to the Hood twice. I like the DA that you threw in there. That's awesome. Richard saying
I did see the Leprechaun in Vegas. I did see that one.
What about in space?
I saw in space.
You saw in space, dude. The more I think about it, I think the less of the leprechauns that I've actually seen. I think after I got through like 3, I just basically forgot about it. I'd check some of them out. Mr. Rick said, you got to give it to Leprechauns, the only movie that its sequel gets a sequel that has to mean something. Oh, yeah. Yes. Hood and Back to the Hood. Yes.
I love the original. I thought he was super creepy as the Leprechaun. And it's just a fun watch. I really did enjoy the first one.
Oh, yeah. Teal is saying both Leprechaun and the Hood films are hilarious. Back to the Hood is the better of the two. Oh, shit. So that's when the sequel surpasses the original, even though it's...
And I'm wrong. None of those have Snoop.
That I can't... I don't know. Well, Melissa says no Snoop.
Okay. I don't know. I could have swore.
James says it's Bone Tomahawk in this lineup. That was real scary. I watched Bone Tomahawk probably like 3 months ago, and I enjoyed it.
I did too. I did too, Michael.
I did enjoy that. Wayne said we need Friday versus Friday the 13th. Smokey and Friday. It took me a minute to figure out what you were saying, Wayne. Smokey and Craig have to deal with Jason. This is no weed trip, dude. They dealt with Debo. I don't know. That's, dude. It's been forever since I've seen Friday. I used to love that movie so much.
I think Wayne's thought this out.
Wayne has a script and everything ready to go. He's just waiting on Paramount to give him the okay. He's ready to roll. Teal said Leprechaun in the Hood is comical, but meh. Mr. Rick said I give Leprechaun in the Hood a good. I think the movies were great to see. Oh yeah. James is just throwing this. He's just throwing it out there. Let's see. Gina saying bad. All right. Need seen in the Hood. I'm trying, Wayne. I'm trying. His gold. He was for his. Okay, you guys are killing me tonight. Sarah says a little Leprechaun before bed every night can't hurt. Maybe I'll watch them all this month. You know, like I'm thinking they might get some playtime from me as well. Snoop was in neither. Ice-T was in one of them, and I forgot the other one. I think his name was Sticky Fingers or some shit.
I don't know Sticky Fingers.
All right, man. Let's get a one up there that we don't. I'm trying to lead some, because I know we'll talk about the ones that we love. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring up. I would say I'm going to go ahead and bring up the first Purge because it's been a minute since I've seen that, so I'm going to have to rely on. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put, it seemed like most people were saying Leprechaun in the Hood was bad. So I'm going to put it right there. If you guys disagree, we can move it around. But what did you think of the Purge? The first time you saw the original Purge, not like the 10 sequels that came after it.
Okay. So one thing that, if I'm just being honest,
yeah,
some of them can kind of run together.
Mm-hmm.
However, dude, all around, like I'm a Purge fan.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun marathon to hit up. Just about, I would say every one of them I like to an extent. Some better than others, but I do enjoy a good Purge marathon.
Yeah.
So as far as the first one, I'm gonna go with good, man.
Yeah.
Because I like I said, they run together, but I do, remember the first one pretty well.
Yeah.
Different concept, fun concept.
Yep.
What I like about them is there's not a big lull in any of the Purge movies. Like they keep going and they entertain, dude. I'm gonna say good.
The Purge is like, the story itself. I'm gonna agree with you. It's good to great. The first time I saw the first Purge movie, but the way that they had, that one laid out, like you could have endless sequels to that because of that idea. Like you don't have to follow one person through all the sequels, or make them all connect, because if the Purge were to happen, you could follow multiple different storylines with that. And I remember thinking that after I saw the first one, like, oh man, they could make 100 of these. They could, because of what the Purge is, like, because that movie is centered around an event, not just like, of course each movie does deal with different people, but it has like endless capability for sequels with an idea like that.
I might tap into one of those soon here, man.
It's been a minute since I've watched
Michael, the series. Did you watch the Purge series?
I did not. No.
I enjoyed the series, man.
Yeah, it was good.
It was
good. See, I'm really bad about series. Like right now, like I was telling you backstage, and I don't mean to jump off topic.
I don't see many. I really don't. But
and I'll jump back in. But I watched the first episode of Monster last night. Right, the Ed Gein story that just dropped on Netflix. And man, look, for someone who doesn't know a lot about true crime, myself, like that first episode, I was just like, oh man, where is this gonna go? So it's got me interested, but at the same time, it's like, this is kind of gross. I'm definitely gonna watch it through, and when I'm done, I'll definitely talk about it on the channel for sure, especially getting my non-true crime knowing ass to talk about it, right? So that's I'm looking forward to that. But as for the Purge, I would say somewhere in between good and great for me. I really enjoyed the first movie. I loved it. Let's see what we've got from the chat. Sorry. Let's see.
The last Purge, I think it's called the Forever Purge. That was really good.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know I didn't see that one. And
to be that late in a franchise and really enjoy the movie is always impressive in itself. But I really like the Forever Purge.
Oh yeah. Melissa was saying it was good. Mr. Rick is saying it's great. Jamie Hart is saying it's great. Sarah saying, I think the OG Purge is the worst of the bunch. I actually really enjoy the franchise. That's awesome. That is awesome.
And in a way, I can see that. I don't 100%, agree with that, but I can see that. I do feel in a way some of them started like getting better as they went along. I can see that.
Yeah. Kyle said, I really like the original Purge movie. I do too, man. I do too. Mr. Rick said, this might be a real hot take, but my favorite one was the last one, Purged Forever. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
See, now that's two people telling me it was great. I might have to check that one out too.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
James is saying great. Wayne is saying the Purge main villain is an Australian actor. I have all the TV series on physical media. Good. I agree. He's saying good. Sarah's saying that it's good. Gina's saying love all the Purge movies and the TV series. I give the OG a great.
Nice.
Richard is saying I was really disappointed. I love Ethan Hawke, but I have to go with okay, but close to meh. I gotcha.
And you know what? And me, and especially me being a mask guy, I loved all the different masks throughout that franchise you get to check out, and they're all very simple concepts, as they kind of should be. But sometimes that's the best mask, hell, look at the Myers mask. It doesn't get much more simple than, taking a Shatner mask and spraying it white. But yeah, I love all the different masks that you get throughout the franchise. It's fun as hell.
Michael G is saying Purge is God. I'm also a fan of Ethan Hawke, Training Day, Sinister, Black Phone, Purge.
We went to God with it. I love it. it.
Teal is saying Purge was good. Wayne is saying Ryan Wakefield, Australian actor, is the main villain in the original. Ethan Hawke starred, of course. Frank Grillo joined the franchise later. That's cool, man. Teal is saying,
guys, if my chair is squeaking too much. I'm trying to move as little as possible, but
you're all right, man.
I think I need some WD-40 over here.
TL saying a movie with twists and turns. Love a movie that makes me think. Me too, man. I enjoy that as well. I definitely enjoy that as well. Wayne is saying sequels expand the franchise. Original is a home invasion movie. Now that's fair. That is definitely fair.
Yeah.
Paul is saying I will go good. Teal is saying Purge Election Day is the best one I've seen.
And I've always liked home invasion movies. I can watch the cheap B if I'm just looking for something to watch quick and enjoy. The cheap B home invasion movies are always a go-to for me. I can find some type of enjoyment in those. How about you, Michael? Like
home invasions?
Yeah. Can you check out a lesser known, B home invasion movie? Can you?
Yeah. I mean, they're yeah, I can, because I wouldn't say that The Strangers is a B home invasion movie.
No.
But I really did like the first Strangers when I saw it, because it really made me feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And that's to me, if I'm watching a horror movie and you make me feel uncomfortable, you did your job. You know what I mean? And so far, like I was saying, this monster with Ed Gein make me feel a little uncomfortable. So I'm digging it for sure.
I'm gonna start that very soon, Michael.
Yeah, it's definitely, I can't speak for the whole show because I'm not there yet. I'm only one episode in. I got 7 to go. But I don't feel like this is one that I'm going to be able to sit there for 7 straight hours and watch it all the way through. Like, I'm going to need some breaks, for sure. Definitely for sure.
Dude, I think breaks, when you're just like we were talking about, like when you're talking about something that, was true, like, I enjoy some true crime. But even with true crime, dude, it's not something I could just consistently do. Like, I have to have a break in there. Get back to reality, go say hi to a neighbor, do something wholesome for a minute,
Right.
Get back to that darkness. But breaks are necessary for sure.
Since we were talking about this, and I need to hit up the Friday the 13th franchise. I'm sorry, Matt. Let's go ahead. I'm going to let you start on Friday Part 6. Let's go ahead and bring it up there, man. Let's go ahead.
Oh, buddy. My muscles are aching, man. My muscles are aching. Maybe starting back to the gym at 42 wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, that's right, at 47.
So we were talking a little bit about this, before the show started. Just recently checked out 6, man. And, I'll say exactly what I was telling you to the chat. I feel like the next time that we rate these movies, it's going to be the one I'm looking at the most. I want to see where it goes because I believe it's going to jump up a slot or two. I have some minor nitpicks with it. With some of the comedy, and not that there was anything wrong with comedy, but it just didn't stick. It wasn't, it was, if you're going to do comedy, do it well, do it right. And it just was kind of like, we could do without it. But it's minor, man. It's freaking minor. It's kind of in and it's gone. Let's face it, dudes. CJ Graham was fantastic. There's tons of memorable characters. I think it begins and ends with some of the most famous scenes of the franchise. It's fun. It's a fun ride. I really enjoy it. I'm going to put it. So we just have, I can't see the top there. We've got good and it goes to God, right?
Yeah. I'm
or is there great and God?
Roll up on.
Okay. I'm going to,
I added that tier and it made it.
Dude, I'm going to put it at great. It is one of my, my 2 favorite franchises are Halloween and Friday. So
all right.
A Friday that is higher up on my list, I gotta go with great.
All right, man. I'm gonna chime in here, dude. Friday the 13th, Part 6. They named it. This reminds me a lot of Halloween 4. After Halloween 3. Like when 5 came out, people were so mad it wasn't Jason. They flat out named this movie Jason Lives. Like, we're not going to do it to you again. This is going to be Jason this time. We're going to put the gravestone on the cover and it's going to say Jason Lives. So you know that he's coming back. And man, did he come back in full force. He came back as zombie Jason. He was way stronger. He punched right through that guy, pulled his heart out. You got Tom Matthews as Tommy Jarvis. He's absolutely killing it, dude. Something that we bring up a lot on this channel whenever this movie comes up, Matt, and I want to bring it up again because it goes in the end scene on the boat with the fire and him jumping through and breaking the boat with the chain around his neck, dude. That's freaking fantastic.
Sick.
There was some comedy in this movie, man, but it was never directed at Jason. If you notice, like the comedy was in it of itself. See, I had to talk slow to be able to say that. And it didn't ever poke fun at Jason, the character, right? So I think that it was really done really well that way. It was a movie that knew what it was. It would almost kind of, the characters would almost look at the camera and kind of wink at you. You know what I mean? It was a very self-aware movie. And the first thing I always think of, man, is Alice Cooper, Man Behind the Mask. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I can put this up in great as well. I'm a huge Friday fan. I like the portrayal of Jason by C.J. Graham. We always talk about how to this day that dude could put the hockey mask back on and still do it at whatever age he is now.
You absolutely could.
I mean, you got to think this movie came out. What was this one? 86. I'm ballparking here, right? So this came out in like 86. We're at 2025. Saw C.J. Graham 2 months ago, and the guy still looks like he can wear the hockey mask. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. So I think this should go in great. Let's see what everybody else had to say. Jerry has gifted One Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much, Jerry. Dude, that means the world to me. Thank you so much, my friend.
I also enjoy the sheriff's daughter. I think she's a very fun character.
Yeah, great character. What was it, Megan?
Yes.
Was it Megan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I liked her, man.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Jamie Hart, Friday Part 6 is God. I love that. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
Melissa says it's great. Richard said Sick was a good home invasion movie. I don't know if I've seen that.
Sick.
Sarah's saying Friday 6 is good. Wayne is saying Friday 6 is great. Teal says Jason Lives is great. Richard said one of my favorite movies of all time, horror movies of all time. It makes my top 10. This movie is God for me. That's
all
awesome,
right, man.
That's awesome. Teal's also saying easily the best of the series. James is saying it's great.
I had no idea it was this favorable on the franchise. I really did not.
Yeah. Kyle is saying Friday the 13th, Part 6 had the best opening scene with Tommy and his friend bringing Jason back to life. Very Frankenstein-esque.
It's so
for
good,
that,
dude.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Mr. Rick is saying Friday the 13th, Part 6 gets a great. Gina's saying great. Michael G is saying great. CJ Graham was a hoot at Days of the Dead when we met him. A hoot. I haven't said a hoot in a long time. I like that.
A lot of I feel like almost all the Jasons are just fantastic.
Teal is saying, I used to think Graham was Kane Hodder. That's how good he is as Jason. I thought this was Kane's debut. Nope. He's Part 7, my man. It's CJ Graham's shit. Jeff is saying great. Teal is saying they're practically twins, except Graham was more fluid on his feet, and Kane gives Jason more personality. That's fair. CJ Graham is a little bit bigger than Kane, though. We see them standing next to each other quite a bit. CJ Graham's a beast, for sure. Wayne is saying, sadly, I got to go. My parents and I'm at my parents, and they want to talk to me. It told me to get off my phone. Oh, the horror. Next time, everyone.
Understandable.
Tell the folks we said hi, Wayne.
Yeah, good to see you on here always, Wayne.
Jamie said, yes, it was 1986. I saw it in the theater. Man, Jamie, you see everything in the theater, man. I wish I saw all. Actually, I think I did see this one in the theater. I did see this one in the theater.
Did you really?
Part 5 was the first one I saw in the theater. Yes. My father took me to see Part 5 because when Part 4 came out, they said I was too young to go. I threw a fit, so they took me to see Part 5, and I went to all of them after that. So I did see Part 6 in the theater. Yes. Kyle is saying one of the best Jason's best kills was in part 6 when he folded that sheriff in half. Yeah, man, that was a good one. That was definitely a good one. Richard is saying one of my favorite all-time horror movies. This would make my top 20 of all-time horror movies. Friday 6 is God. James is saying I don't think part 5 was that bad. It had great kills, even though it wasn't Jason. I still liked it.
I mean, it's just always going to suck that it's not Jason. But if you do get past that and look at the movie for what it is, I can totally agree with that statement. You know, it's not terrible. It's just we grew to love Jason freaking Voorhees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, we want Jason Voorhees, but I get that. It's not a terrible film.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. Let's see. Mayan's in the chat saying, hello, Movies and Beyond fam. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. All right. Let's go ahead and bring another one up, Matt. Let's bring another one and let's jump into... Let's do mine. Let's see what the people say about this one. Let's go ahead. This is one that's jumped up the list for me and you, Matt, each time we watch it. And I'm curious to see what everybody in the chat has to say. And let's go ahead and bring up Nightmare 4. A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I'll lead this one off. So I know that this one isn't the most popular, amongst the fan base for A Nightmare on Elm Street, with Nightmare on Elm Street 4. But for me, this is one, Matt, that each time I watch, it gets better and better. I'm not saying they'll ever overtake the OG as being my favorite from the franchise. But it's definitely up there. It's back and forth with 3 for me on this one. It's my second favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film. The characters in this, I don't know why, but I've grown to really love the characters in this, especially Alice. To see her character progression in one movie, it's very Ellen Ripley-esque from Alien. Not that I'm saying that she's Ellen Ripley, but you just see where she starts from where she finishes. That progression of her getting stronger and stronger to where at the end, she jumps through and she stands toe to toe with Freddy throwing blows. Like, I absolutely love that.
And that is always cool in a horror film, to see a, fragile, scared, shell themselves and then finally just like grow into like, okay, I've had it with this. And yeah, that's always cool, man. I totally get what you're saying there.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
I'm sick of this nightmare asshole. Like, let's go, dude. We'll throw down. I ain't got sleep in 6 months. I'm tired of this bullshit.
But dude, it's like all the characters in this I'm so excited to meet. You know what I mean? Like Sheila, mind over matter. Like that better say that on my poster. Tuesday night. I enjoyed Tuesday night. Lisa Wilcox. Can't wait to meet Lisa Wilcox. Like there's tons of them, man. They're gonna be there. Dan's gonna be there. The Bug Girl's gonna be there. Of course, Robert Englund's gonna be there. And it's just like, dude, that's so much fun. It's so much freaking fun. I love it. I love Nightmare 4. I'm gonna say it's great.
I wish I could get that. It's an old. I want to say it's an old Mezco screen. What's it called? It's an old Mezco figure, but they have her as like Bug Girl. I wish I could find that and get her to sign that. That'd be so sick. But it's one of those older ones that is like probably like $250 for a little figure.
Dude, to me, that's one of the gnarliest kills in the whole franchise.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
It's nasty. Like, it's so gross, especially when you squeeze it at the end and the juice comes out. Like, it's
creative, man. It's
very creative. Her skin peeling off from the glue and the trap, and she's a bug under. Oh my god, dude! It's so when she breaks her arms from the weight, and the bug arms start coming. Dude, that shit is crazy town.
It's like, dude, just kill me. Don't turn me into a bug.
Right, like. That's crazy town, man. Oh my god. Paul is saying that it's good. All right. Teal said Kane off memory had a bigger frame prime than CJ. I don't think so, man.
It's a very close one, Michael, because Kane now I say
He's
CJ
smaller.
dwarfs him, but
Yeah.
man, Kane in his prime was a thick guy. It's close, man.
I mean, height wise, I think CJ was always
Well,
taller
yeah,
than-
yeah. But
definitely
man, Kane had some
bigger.
shoulders on him.
Yeah, he did. For sure. For sure. Richard said it's a solid movie. It's good. Michael says good. Mr. Rick said Nightmare 4 is God.
Okay,
I love it.
okay.
Kyle said, I think all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies are great. That's so cool. Jamie Hart said Nightmare 4 is so much better than it gets credit for. It's good, maybe even great. That's awesome. Let's see. The Shape says it's good. Nightmare 4 is okay from Gina. Mr. Rick said, what did I miss? Friday the 13th part 6 gets nah. Did I? Oh shit, I left it down there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What?
No, that way we agreed that was great. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
My bad.
Michael,
My bad, everyone.
I didn't even
My
notice
bad.
until you read that.
Yeah, I didn't.
What the hell is that
read it.
doing?
I didn't notice it either. Yeah, we said there was tons of gods and tons of greats, so went with great. I think there were more greats than gods, but yeah, it belongs up there for sure. Yeah,
Nightmare 4 and good.
We're fixed. We're fixed. James said I won the figures map. I traded for some guitar tuners. I got you.
Oh, you had one of the bug girls. Oh.
Jerry says that it's great. All right, so I got a lot of goods. I got a god. I got a good. I got a great. We'll go ahead and put it in good. I think that's probably the most. I thought it was great. I don't know. Teal says a Nightmare on Elm Street 4 is meh. The dog piss on the fire to resurrect Freddy, killing Kincaid, Kristen, major character from its predecessor in a careless way. What a horrible decisions for me. Alice and the kills are good though. Yeah, I love that the dog's name was Jason. I think that was fucking awesome. But you have to really remember that, a dog pissing wasn't what resurrected Freddy, because that was in a dream, right? That's not what brought him back. But they had to change the actress because what was her name? She was an Arquette that played
Patricia.
Yeah, she was pregnant and she could not do that movie. So they had to replace her for that. So I think Tuesday Night did okay. I don't really agree with them killing off all the Dream Masters either. But I don't know.
Yeah, especially Kincaid. I think I agree with that. He could have got a better send off.
Yeah. All right, Matt. What would you like to see up there, sir? Look at this plethora of movies that we have here. What would you like to see?
You know what?
Up in
Let's
the chart?
Let's see what the chat has to say about Predators.
Predators. Okay, so
Yep.
that would be this one.
Yep.
All right.
I think it's a wild card Predator film.
All right.
So I'm very interested to see.
Now, let me ask you this, because I get some of these confused. Predators, was that the one on the other planet?
The gaming planet. Yep.
Okay. All right. I know it. I just get them confused sometimes on which one is which. But yeah.
No, I get it.
Predators. I would say it was good. I would say Predators is good. It's fun. It's different. It gives another dynamic to Predators, because prior to that, you're used to seeing one Predator come to Earth, go through a few, you get a final person, they kill the Predator. We move on.
Yeah.
And this one kind of did something different with all.
Gives you a whole another tribe of Predators.
It does. It does, man. It definitely does something different, and I like to see the different dynamics of the different characters on how they fared against the Predators, because you had all different types of killers, basically.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's what they were. Yep. You could all go all the way down to the 70s show guy, Tofin.
Correct.
Tofin,
who was the doctor.
Whatever, yeah. all the way down to that. I wouldn't say Hannibal Lecter character, but that type of, sick-minded serial killer, more than likely. That's the vibe I got from him, right?
Yeah.
Because
The one that was on death row.
Yeah, no, he was the doctor.
Oh,
Even
okay.
the one who saved him, and they were both in a pit to die. He still hid that killer in him. From my memory, he still drugged her to kill her, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like you knew what type of person he was, so he fit into that dynamic of the whole different types of killers, because some were resistance fighters, some were soldiers, some were
samurais.
Yeah, well, he was a gang member. What was it, the Kuzu? He was a gang member, right? And then there was, you had Machete was in there. He was I believe he was a cartel guy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And you had him, dude. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I put it great.
Yeah,
I put it great.
I'm putting it as good, but we'll see where the
fun-
chat is. It's
fun
definitely
ride.
fun for sure. Definitely fun. Let's see here. Jerry was throwing out Wrong Turn. All right, buddy. If it's in there, we'll throw that up next. Jamie is saying, I love Predators. Very good. Maybe great. All right. Jeff said all the Nightmare movies except 6 is God. Freddy's dead.
Jeff loves his Nightmare, man. I did know that.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff
Teal said Predators, one of the best in the series, maybe the best, actually. It's between the OG and the sequel. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Man, jumping on that Wrong Turn bandwagon. She said Wrong Turn, like Jerry said.
Yeah, I love seeing Predators get some respect. I just, no one really talks about it. And when I watched it, I was like, dude, that was a banger Predator film.
It was good, man. It was fun to watch. It was definitely fun to watch for sure. Mr. Rick is saying Predators is great. I love the different outtake to it. Yeah, it definitely had a different take on it, man. And I think that's what made it so fun, right? I really do. And Matt, that was also, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the Predator expert. That was the first time in a Predator movie that we saw that there were different types of Predators.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
See, look at me. I got Predator knowledge and I didn't even know it. It's just unsure.
You're actually talking about being down in the pit and everything. Like, you knew a lot more about Predators than I thought you did.
Well, the only thing I confused is the name. I remember the movies. You know what I mean? I just the name. Like,
yeah, it's strange because then there was the Predator.
Yeah, dude, like that one. Yeah, I can't even. Is that the one where
there's the giant Predator?
Yeah, and the dogs and shit.
Yeah, I did not.
Wait, no, the dogs were in this one. But the dogs were in that.
Dogs
one
were
too.
in this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There might have been dogs in both. I only seen the other one one time. And that was enough.
I got you. Richard's throwing out the meh. Michael G said it's
I'm
good.
gonna hit the restroom real quick, buddy.
Yeah, man.
I'll be right back.
James is saying it's okay. Gina is saying good. Let's see. Teal is saying Predators. I remember being great. Hell yeah. Paul is saying the first Predator is iconic. So great, dude. Yes, I agree with that. It is. Michelle's in the chat saying hi to everybody. What's up, Michelle? I hope you're having a great day. Happy Sunday. Let's see. Teal is saying remake is underrated for me. By remake, are you saying like Prey? Are you talking about Prey? Oh no, you guys are talking about the Nightmare on Elm Street. I got you. Michelle said, I just got to Bloomington to drop my son off. It took me 4 hours, longer than normal due to the construction. Super annoyed. I'm heading back home now, so I can't join tonight. Have a good night, everyone. All right, Michelle, please drive safe. Let me know when you get home, please. Thank you. Please drive safe. Yeah, so with me, Predators, I really enjoyed it. And I see a lot of goods and greats and a few gods. So I'm going to go ahead and put it under great. If you guys disagree, I can go ahead and move it if need be. But I do think it's one of the best Predator movies for sure. I do. All right. So let's see. Matt picked this one. I'm going to go ahead and pick the next one. Let's see. I should pick one of my favorites. Well, no, I kind of did that already. You know what? Let's go ahead and throw this up there. I want to see where the fan base for this one is up there. I know Matt enjoys this movie. I enjoy this movie as well. We're going to throw the first Insidious up in the chart. Where do we feel Insidious belongs? Why am I getting low bandwidth right now? Let me see if this is... Let me know in the chat if it's lagging, because I never get low bandwidth on this internet. Interesting. Well, I'll keep talking. Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. But we are going to look at the first Insidious. That is going to be next up on the list. Let me know what you guys think about Insidious, and I'll tell you. I think Insidious belongs in great. I do. I think that it is a great horror movie, and it's different. Again, where we talked before about A Tale of Two Movies, that's how I feel this one was. I feel like it started one way and ended up being something different. One of the things that I didn't like initially when I first started watching it, the first time I saw it, but upon rewatch, I really gained a respect for this movie. I absolutely love it. I think that belongs in great to almost God mode. Matt, we are talking about Insidious.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, man.
And it's on you, my friend. It is on you. I did choose to put it in great. I think that's where Insidious belongs.
Yeah. I'm giving this one the benefit, man. I'm taking it to God. It's man, it's been a big go-to for me for quite some time now. I'm contemplating like what horror movie do I want to watch, and it seems like it's always streaming on something. Like you can always find it, and some bitch if I don't still enjoy it, man, almost every time. Just love it's unique. All the different characters from Parker Crane to Lipstick Demon. I love the Ghost Hunters. It's my shit. So, if I'm going to give something God, it's
something else they did really great about this movie is making you want a part 2 immediately. We never really talk about that when we talk about Insidious, but when you finish watching that, you're like, well, now fuck, I got to watch part 2. You know what I mean? Because of the way they leave the end of it.
Yeah.
With Patrick Wilson's character. It's like, oh shit. Now I got to see part 2. And I don't want to ruin it because there's a couple of people that said they haven't seen it, but I guarantee, look, you need to watch this movie because Michael needs to talk about the ending of Insidious because it's freaking great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I really enjoy Insidious, man. Like, yeah, it's up there for me.
I do as well, man. I do. And in this movie, this is the one wherever I watch, not wherever. Well, it could be where too, but whenever I watch Insidious, I have to watch Insidious too. Like they always back to back for me. They do, because I feel like the story isn't over when it's over, when the movie's over. A lot of your horror movies, you get that conclusion. Like you may get like a Jason move after he died or Michael move after he died, and there's going to be a part 2. But this felt like the story was supposed to just keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the older lady's name? The actress? Is it
Lynn Shay, bro.
Lynn Shay. Yeah. She's always fun to see in a horror movie. Like, I don't care what it is. I love that woman.
Yeah. Lynn Shay is a horror icon, dude. Like,
she is.
The fact that she canceled Scarefest, like, broke my heart. I thought I was finally going to meet Lynn Shay, and she had to back out. Unfortunately.
And she'll give a moment of light to any of those movies. It can be so dark, but then like you see her, when they answer the door, she's got that beautiful smile she brings, like, and all that. You're like, oh, you lighten up for a minute. Like, dude, I love seeing her.
I think the best Lynn Shay moment in this movie is when she walks in and sees the kid on the bed, and she looks up and she's having the person draw.
Yeah,
like that was freaking That's my favorite moment of the movie.
No,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Let me tell you mine.
Yeah.
But this is one of the sequels. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. But do you remember when she at this point she just had it with the bullshit? Do you remember when she pushes Parker Crane and then says, "Come on, bitch"? Remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, I still, when I see that, I'm like, yeah, like, dude, how's she gonna push her and say, "Come on, bitch"?
I've seen Lin Shaye in the best horror movies. I've seen her in comedy movies. You know, she was in
horror comedy.
Yeah, she was in Return of the Living Dead. You know what I mean? Like,
was she really?
Yeah,
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. Like, dude, Lin Shaye has been in some shit. You know, like, I absolutely love Lin Shaye. I do. All right, let's see what the chat had to say. Mr. Rick,
if you add anything to your intro, you should add that.
Oh, well, see, I'm due to make a new intro soon because it still has my old logo. So what's putting me off is the time that it takes for me to do that intro, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Gathering all the clips. I think I saved all the clips somewhere, but I do need to make a new one because the channel has grown. Since the original one came on. I might make it a little shorter because it is a little longer. I made it long on purpose before so it would give YouTube a chance to to notify people that the stream was live. So there was some reason in that.
Yeah, it never seemed too long to me because I think you picked such good scenes and you're entertained through the entire it never seemed too long to me. Your Godzilla is so dope. Like,
that's the perfect. That will never go anywhere.
Him busting and roaring. It's like,
yep. It just adds. Like, dude, I know maybe there aren't a lot of like creature feature fans, but dude, Godzilla to me is king. You know what I mean? When he comes through, yeah, that'll never go anywhere. That clip, it's staying. It is definitely staying. Teal is saying, don't remember much about Insidious, only the rest of the films, the sequel being the best and the third being good. The last two are very disappointing. I didn't like the last two either, to be honest, but I love the first three. I do. I absolutely love the first three. And I think the first one was the best one, though. Jerry is saying, I was sad also, Michael, talking about Lin Shaye not being able to make Scarefest. And yeah, man, I saw more greats than anything else, Matt. So we're going to go ahead and put Insidious in great. And I think that's great. I think it's a great place for it.
I do.
That. I do. I think it's great. Yeah, I think it's nice. Let's start bringing some bangers up here, Matt. We'll go through them pretty quick because I know you don't have much time, buddy. So, how are you doing on time? You ready? Yeah,
I got probably 2 more.
Okay, cool. We got 2 more. All right, Matt, then you pick one and I will pick one. And that's how we will do it.
All right.
No. Can you do 3? I got to see if Wrong Turn's on here.
Let's go. Let's do 3.
I didn't make this. So Jerry, if Wrong Turn's not on here, buddy, I promise I will put it on the next one.
Let me pick one. You got me looking here.
Okay.
If my old eyes can see these.
Jerry, I don't see Wrong Turn on here, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure it's on the next one.
You know what? Let's go with 1990s It. Let's go with the made-for-TV.
We're going Tim Curry.
Tim Curry It.
That is where we are right now. Tim Curry's It. After you, my friend.
I have to also go with, for myself, I've got to go with God. This is God. So I grew up tearing up Halloween's Jason films.
Yeah.
And I always struggled to like find that film outside of those franchises, that I also could be a go-to for me that I really enjoyed. And it was one of them, man. It was one of them. I absolutely tore it up. Then I went back, I probably had a 20-year hiatus of not seeing this film, or maybe more, I hate to admit, but, checked it out and it still, holds up. Tim Curry was absolutely fantastic. The whole story of it, the kids are fun. I mean, I can go on and on. Love this film. It still holds up today. It's an absolute classic. That's why, hell, we're getting ready to, have Welcome to Derry. It's God for me, man. Love it. Absolutely love it.
So this will be my first one of the night that I will accept nothing less than God mode for this. Like, look, Tim Curry's It. Dude, I love Skarsgård's It, but this It will always be my favorite It. Usually, if you like one over the other, you usually are like, yeah, it's okay. But this one's the best. I love both of them.
Same.
But to me, this one just reigns just a little more supreme. And I think it's nostalgia. And I think that it's Tim Curry scaring the shit out of me as a kid. You know what I mean? It's just like he didn't have all the effects that the newer movie had, but yet he still made Pennywise scary as shit. He is fantastic. The actor, Tim Curry, the actor, he acted the shit out of Pennywise, right? Like, dude, just the facial changes. Like I said, I always bring that up in this. When he's standing behind those clothes that are hanging there. And, first he's like peekaboo, like this. Man. And then you get that slow motion, the music starts to pick up and the sheets open up and he's got that look on his face that's not happy anymore. That's the clown that scared the shit out of me as a kid. It made me feel like that smile that he had painted on his face was fake, that every clown that had a fake smile on their face and there was really a frown or something mean underneath it. Tim Curry did that to me for this. It is God.
And I can't think about that. The original It. A scene that also just creeped me the F out is the old lady drinking the tea and her smile being blood. Like no. Dude, it was so creepy as a kid watching that. Turning around and he's on the porch waving it. Did you know?
Yeah.
I don't ever want to talk to an old lady in her house, just me and her drink some tea and there's blood on her mouth. Like, I will just have a heart attack right there.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that creepy as shit?
Oh man. Like, it was 100%. I see the Final Girl 27 is in the chat saying hi to everybody. What's up, Final Girl? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you here. I think that I see a bunch of gods for this. So I think that this is going to be the first one, Matt, that is going to reach God level for us tonight. And it is Tim Curry as It.
Nice. Well deserved.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So this is the one I'm going to pull out, right? I'm going to pull out one of and we haven't touched this yet. With it being the month, I'm pulling one out, and it's not going to be the OG. I am. Give me Halloween 2018. You already know how I feel about this one, Matt. I'm sure the chat does as well. But I like to look at Halloween too. Don't get me wrong. I love Kills. I do. I love Kills for what it is. It's not, the best. But I always say, Matt, if it ended with 2018, I would take it. That would be the one I would be perfectly happy with it ending with that. I think
burning, looking up without
burning, looking up, and then being gone. The remnants of the first Halloween. It still gives you that feeling that the boogeyman's still out there. Absolutely love it. I love this movie. For me, I'm putting it in God tier.
They'll never get rid of the boogeyman. Like,
that's how I feel. Like, I just feel like if we could have ended here and got nothing after that, I don't think that we would have gotten all the disappointment. Now, depending on which side you take on ends, right? Nobody's wrong here. I'm just speaking for myself. I just feel like ending it that way is such a throwback to the OG. You remember Loomis looking over the thing. Michael's gone. And then you get the shots of Haddonfield, because he's portraying that message that you can't kill the boogeyman. He's still out there somewhere. You leave the movie thinking, oh, God, fuck, he's still out there, right? This could have done the same thing. right? But we knew Kills was coming. You know, they told us that it's going to be part of a trilogy. They were seeing how this one did, but we all knew that there was going to be a trilogy. But if you had ended it there, you would have gotten that same feeling like, fuck, they burned the house down and he still got out. Like, you really can't kill the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. It's so good. And I love having debates about this movie with people. Probably not so much on stream, but I do. I absolutely love this movie. But it's on you, my friend. I'm going God mode for Halloween 2018.
You know what, man? I'm also going to give it the I'm going to give it the God nod. It was borderline greater God, but it's a Halloween, which is my favorite franchise. It's one of the better Halloweens. It's God for me as well. I have little minor, nitpicks with the film.
Yeah.
They're nothing too serious. And the greatness of the film definitely overshadows, any little nitpick I have. So, it's become a big go-to for me as well, because it is so fun, through and through. I love it. And let's just talk a minute about James Jude Courtney, right? Because I can't talk about this movie without bringing him up. We were so lucky as Halloween fans to get an actor like James Jude to represent our boogeyman. We were very, very much lucky to get him. He nailed the part, dude. Absolutely nailed the part. And he's even right at the age that the Michael at that time would have been.
Right.
Like, it's just so stupid, like how it lined up. I've got a couple chances to meet him. He's a fantastic person, great human being. He represents the horror genre amazingly, and it's just crazy how well he some of the walks where it's like, dude, you feel like you're looking at the original Nick Castle, but
he knew who the Shape was.
He knew the Shape. He knew how to play him. The right build, the right age. It was crazy. He was a blessing, dude.
And one thing we didn't mention, the soundtrack alone to this movie. I'm not even gonna lie, it gets playing the ride when I'm driving. It does.
Shape hunts Allison. Like what?
Shape hunts Allison. The way they redid the opening score. The opening alone. They're in the sanatorium, right? They're in there. I guess that's Smith's Grove. I think it was Smith's Grove. I can't really remember.
It is.
You got the checkered floor, man. There's all the things to look at with it being like a chess game, and Michael there, everyone's screaming. The guy screaming, "Say something," and it goes into the original fucking opening, dude. And it's just like,
it's Goosebumps territory.
Right. In 2018, it had been 9 years since we had Halloween, and we got Rob Zombie's Halloween. Feel how you want to feel about that. But for me, it was even longer because you guys know I wasn't a big fan. So I have to go back even further because I didn't like Resurrection. H2O was what it was, but to me, it didn't really feel like Halloween. I wasn't a fan of 6. You know how I felt about 5. So we're going back to the 80s for me. And I'm just like, holy shit. I feel like a kid watching Halloween again because this is the Halloween that I know. And the mask, you see the mask, and it just looks like an age OG mask. I am living on cloud 9 when this happens in the theater. Dude, the crowd erupted when that happened in the theater I was in. I was in a theater in Dayton. Cheers as it came on. I could tell that I was amongst friends while I was in there. There were a lot of people, OG Halloween fans in there because everyone started cheering. And it's just like, we're back, baby. We are freaking back. God tier. I'm sorry. I'm throwing it up there.
So there was a lot of gray hairs in that cinema.
You know what? And I was one of them. I don't know. You got to think that was 7 years ago. So I was just hitting 40. I was just about to turn 40 there. Or maybe I was about to turn 41. Either way, you know what I mean? Like, that was, you believe that was 7 years ago already? It's almost a decade ago.
No.
It's almost a freaking decade ago.
No, but Yeah, go on.
Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does,
I'm
man.
telling you.
It is
But
relentless.
let's see what the chat has to say here. Oh, let's see. Paul is saying it was in the God category. We're talking about it. Yes. May Ann said catastrophe for not having Wrong Turn in there for Jerry. You know what we'll do? We'll make it the last one. It doesn't have to have a picture, and we'll still talk about it. How about that? I will bend to the will of my audience. I will give you what you want. I will stand up here and dance. Gina is saying God tier. Thank you, Gina. Thank you. OG, it's better than 18 for me. There's something about it. Off the top, it's great for sure, but could be God tier after a rewatch. Yeah, dude. Rewatch it. Teal, rewatch it. Rewatch it twice if you have to. Would love to have that conversation. Teal said Wrong Turn is good. Hell yeah. James is saying God. You knew the shape was coming through with God. Jeff is saying 100% God. Mr. Rick is saying 18 is God. Michael G is saying God. Final Girl is saying God. There's a lot of gods. Gina's saying God. Look at you guys. Look at you freaking guys. Teal's also thrown out Halloween 2018 is good, but could have been great with some tweaks. Fun fact, it's also free as of October 1st on Tubi. Finna watch the shit out of it. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. I own 5 copies of that movie. I swear to God. I do, man. I have it on Blu-ray. I have it on 4K. I have 3 different steelbooks of the movie. 4 different steelbooks of the movie. Oh my God. I have 4 steelbooks of that fucking movie. Jesus. I have a problem. One of it's part of a set though. But they released it under, so many different. Yeah, I got too many of them. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Teal is saying Aaron Armstrong needs to take over the mantle of Michael after James Jude. Aaron Armstrong did fantastic. The flashback and kills, I felt like I was back in 78. Like I would never want to take that from Halloween. Like
I literally got goosebumps when I saw we were going back to 1978. I think I stood up.
That music hits, that old school music, and you feel like you're right there.
I believe I stood up for no reason, just in the theater, like just too much. It was too much at the time, but yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. One thing I do want to let you guys know, and then we'll just do Wrong Turn, Matt. We'll go ahead and end the show there. We don't have the picture for it, but we will talk about it. One thing I want to let everybody know is Movies and Beyond recently hit 14,000 subscribers. And that was pointed out to me by Jerry, actually. Thank you for that, Jerry. I need to do a better job at monitoring things. But I also was talking to Michelle yesterday, and we realized that we haven't done a celebration stream since we hit 6K, right? So I threw this in the mod chat as well. So for the mods that have seen it, I want to leave it up to you guys. Do you guys feel that we need to do a subscriber celebration stream after Scarefest? Would that be something that you guys would be interested in watching? I try to grab some guests to bring them on. We could all hang out and play some games and just bullshit. Is that something that you guys would like to see on this channel? Let me know. Actually, I think that I can actually put up a poll. That way, actually, I'll put it up in a post after the stream. But let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see on the channel. If you guys would like to do a celebration stream for that. All right, Matt, I will let you start off. This will be the last one of the night, and we do not have a picture for it. Unfortunately, I could probably download one and drop it in, maybe. But we're just going to go ahead and do it. So, Matt, the original Wrong Turn, where does it sit for you?
All right, I always welcome talking about Wrong Turn. Let's talk about Wrong Turn. Now, it cannot go to God for me, I guess, on the fact of like the film does not reinvent the wheel, and by any means. It is a concept we're accustomed to, but they knock it out of the freaking park. They do. Mm-hmm. And it's got tons of rewatchability. I'm going to put it at great. I'll start there. I struggle for God,
Yeah.
but I absolutely love Wrong Turn, dude. The premise,
Yeah.
John, all of ours good friend John, who comes on here a lot, he said it the best to me, and it's exactly what he said. Wrong Turn did not reinvent the wheel, but what they did stellar, and he's right. He's absolutely right. So I can't say that I didn't come up with that. John did, but it's so damn fun, guys, and it's got those scenes, Michael, like you mentioned, where you do feel uneasy, when she's under the bed and the guys are in the freaking house.
That tension.
It builds like crazy. And then you've got, what's the one guy? Is it Little Fingers or like, he's got a name, or Three Fingers, something like that. The little laughing guy that runs around the trees. Like,
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He's freaking fantastic. I think it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Once it starts, it does not stop. I think Wrong Turn's fantastic, man. I do.
Yeah, I got to put it in great. Great. I love the first Wrong Turn. The series itself, though, it drops. Like I love the first one. Second one's mediocre at best, and then they just go downhill for me after that. And that's no offense to everybody that loves all the Wrong Turn movies, none whatsoever. But we are talking about the first one, so this is going to go under great for me. I think that it's just below God tier. I absolutely love Wrong Turn, and I've always said this, man. I grew up in this city, right? I grew up in the city, and you can put me in any of the worst neighborhoods in the world, but you will get more fear out of me to put me out in the woods where no one can hear me scream. That's, to me, has always been, and that goes for like Texas Chainsaw as well. The Hills Have Eyes, that type of environment to where you're away, and it's the Wild West out there, man. It may not say that in any book for that city as being a law, but it's the Wild West out there. And to have,
then you add a little disfigured, scrawny guy with an axe.
Throw that in there. You know what I mean? And it's just like, holy shit. Like, there's nobody to help you. Your cell phone isn't working, right? And even if it did and you call 911, there's not shit they could do about it because there's no way they're going to get to you in time. Yes, that shit is scary. I am giving Wrong Turn great. I absolutely love it. And it does. You talked about the rewatchability of this movie, and it has a ton of rewatchability. This first one. Now the other one's not so much. I own all of them at this point. I think I'm missing one. But yeah, I would definitely give Wrong Turn a great. And I want to see where I want to see where the chat is putting it. Let me read some of these too. Let's see. Trying to get to. Okay, we'll start with Mayan. Mayan is saying, hell yeah, congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. Rick is saying, yes, that would be great to see. You deserve a celebration for all your hard work. No, we deserve a celebration for all of our hard work. It's not just me. It's you guys. It's Matt. It's all of my mods. It's Michelle for helping me with stuff. It's all of you guys. You know what I mean? This is our celebration. Movies and Beyond has never been about Michael. And the day that it becomes just about Michael's done, right? Michael isn't anything without you guys. I don't do this for myself to hear myself talk. I do it because I get to hang out with all of you guys all the time when I do this stuff, right? So this is our celebration if we do this. This is everyone. Definitely. Teal is saying big congrats on the channel. Yes, congrats to all of you guys because we are 14,000 strong, Movies and Beyond. Michael G is saying at 14,000 subscribers, Michael is God now. No, you are God, my friend. You are God for sure.
I love it, man. I love it.
James is saying, awesome, Michael. Keep up the good work. You keep up the good work, James. You keep coming to these shows, man. You keep having fun with us, dude, because that's what Movies and Beyond is about.
Make sure
For
you
sure.
check out something that Mayanna's also said here, Michael. It's a trip. You'll get a kick out of it.
I think I saw it when I was scrolling up, and that's why I had that laugh.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll definitely get to it. Mr. Rick is saying I give Wrong Turn a good. All right, Mr. Rick. Teal is saying, Michael, please tell me you have a clip of Freddy. This is God. That's a miss for me because I've been meaning to do that for like 3 months. And the last time we ranked something about a month and a half ago when we were ranking horror characters, I wanted to have it ready for that, and I didn't. And here we are again today. Do I have it? No, I don't. But I will. I promise that. Mayan is saying Wrong Turn is great. It is great. It is great. Teal is saying, hell yeah, I'm watching nearly anything that's Movies and Beyond. Awesome, dude, because we're doing our Barbie special next Saturday. I'm just playing. I swear to God, man. I'm not doing that to you guys. But Matt and I are both going to wear pink shirts.
And then we're doing the Notebook, aren't we?
Yes. Because I want to talk about the impact that the Notebook had in my life, for sure. This is no way bashing you Notebook fans. I know you're out there. I know all you guys are Notebook fans.
Oh, man, Mom be throwing a fit right now for picking on the Notebook. Let me straight up tell you.
She might. Michael G is saying it's good. Jerry Wilson said Wrong Turn is God. That's what I'm talking about. Man's also throwing up Patreon. Yes. Check out Patreon if you haven't yet. So I'm off next week, and Patreon is getting a ton of uploads of watch parties to where I can do things on Patreon that I can't do on YouTube. Like, let's just say that you might be able to see stuff as opposed to just me and somebody else staring at the screen while we're watching something off screen. Just saying. Yeah, you can check out Patreon there. There's something for everybody over there for sure. Gina said Wrong Turn is good. James says it's great. Jeff said 100% yes, Michael, and congrats on the outstanding achievement. Congrats to you, Jeff. Congrats to you. Jeff's also saying it's great. Jerry said it's 3 finger.
Okay.
Man said, what, Michael? I was planning on you having your 14K celebration in a cabin we got in the woods. If all my friends are there, it's a different story. Me by myself, no, can't do it. You're a trip. You are a trip. Jerry said teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, you'll think that we're all going to be there, and it's just going to be.
Then I'm going to be there by myself, right? All of a sudden, my car's going to run out of gas.
3 finger there.
Yeah, just fucking 3 fingers there. You know, it's going to be fucking fantastic. I can't wait, and I'll say thank you before I die. You know, seriously.
3 finger.
Let's see. James is saying I used to have 5 fingers until Lori shot off 2 of them. Now I only have 3. I see what you did there, James. I see what you did. Val said, sorry, I was on a video call with my mom. Did I hear we're having a party? Val, I am leaving that up to you guys. It would be after Scarefest. It would be a 14K celebration, which to me is a kind of a weird number to celebrate. I would think 15 would be a celebration, but like I was saying, we looked, and the last time we did one was 6. And the only reason we did it for 6 was because we planned it for 5, and I hit 6 while we were planning it still. So, yeah, if you guys want to do one for 14K, let me know, and we'll get something together for after Scarefest for sure. Teal is saying I haven't watched Wrong Turn since I was a kid. I just remember it being good fun. Used to own the DVD. Hell yeah, man. You should check it out again. Definitely you should check it out. Jerry Wilson donates $5 and says, can I get a what? Jerry, you can always get a what? You can always get a what? What? 2 whats? Shit, $5 again. What? 3 what? Jerry, you are the man. Thank you so much, my friend. It means the world to me. It means the world to me.
Give us one more.
Anything for you, my friend. What? Do you want 4? I've only got one thing to say if you want 4.
I meant this.
I hit the wrong button. Damn it. I hit the wrong button. I ruined it. Shit, I don't even know where the other one is if that wasn't it. Oh, my God. Where did it go? See, the way they... Oh, here it is. I was going to say, if you wanted a 5th one, I'd give you... No. All right, Paula gave him a what? Teal said pink shirts. I mean, it's breast cancer month. Shout out to all the cancer-free women out there. You know, my mother's a breast cancer survivor as well. She is.
That's awesome.
She's a 2-time cancer survivor, so big ups to her.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Michael G says party with Bacardi. Party. I like that, man. I like that. Mad Matt, you are the man, dude, for hanging out with me tonight, and welcome back, brother.
My pleasure, man. Always.
For sure. For sure, dude. This is fun. Dude, I always wish we could get through more movies because we sit here and we say, an hour and a half, we're going to get through quite a few of them. We end up getting through like 7 because, everybody's engaged and everybody's talking. And then when we went on the Halloween 2018, I had about another hour, in me just to talk about that movie.
No, that's okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's something I haven't done in a while. And I think I might actually, I don't really make videos because they take so long. And there's a lot of editing and there's a lot of clips I got to bring in. But I think I might do a video on 2018. Maybe I'll do it the week after Scarefest because I have a lot to say about it, man. I have a lot to say about that movie. And it just keeps getting better with age for me. It's like a fine wine. And this is Halloween month. So looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Matt, but again, my brother, say thank you so much for coming and hanging out.
Dude, thanks for having me, buddy.
Hell yeah. Let me pull this down. So I can put my face back up there and you can put yours. Steve Eaton's in the chats and been lurking for a bit. This live is awesome. The what was cracking me up. Love you guys. Love the show. Thanks for having my partner Aaron on recently. Steve, brother, you're always freaking welcome here. Steve is working on the Horrorverse over there with CCC Entertainment. Steve is the man, let me tell you. Talented, very talented, and a great friend of the show, man. And I will be having you back on as well, Steve, for sure, because we've got a movie to watch. And plus, I'm going to have to hit you on Instagram. I've got a million questions for you that I've been saving up for next time I talk to you. So I am going to reach out. But yeah, man, thanks for coming and hanging out, Steve. I like that you're lurking around in here. You never know who's lurking in the shadows, Matt. You never know who's lurking back there.
That's so true.
I'm just happy it's Steve and not Three Finger, right? That's what I'm happy about. But yeah, so there's a ton of stuff that I can't wait to do. It's October. Movies and Beyond is going to go in full gear here soon, at least for this month, especially with Michael actually getting vacation. And I think that there's going to be a few surprises that come along the way too that I can't wait to show you guys. So there are a lot of things in the works that I can't really talk about now, but just know that I've got a couple things that are kind of big for you guys, and we have Scarefest, and you're going to get a bunch of content from Scarefest as well, as long as my ugly mug's standing in front of a camera like, you are at Scarefest. I'm not going to make a video like that. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't have it in me to just stand there and film myself looking at shit. But I will definitely give you guys something good. And you'll get a Mad Matt cameo in there because I'll be showing off Mad Matt's shop as well. So definitely. But you guys are fucking amazing in the chat. Matt, again, did you have anything that you want to talk about with the Mad Matt stuff before we got out of here, brother?
I'm actually just going to answer one simple question. I saw Jerry ask if there's going to be an annual Mad Matt's Mask costume contest, and there absolutely is, man. We are going all in. I think it's going to be bigger than ever this year.
Maybe I should film that.
Dude, that'd be awesome. It's going to be the 25th. So it's the Saturday before Halloween, 3:00 at Trader's World. The only thing that I need is what you're going to be, your name, obviously, if you're entering the contest, and we have an adults and a kids contest, just your name and what you're going to be, a little brief description. So I can, when you're out there showing your costume off, I can explain, what you got going on and what you are. But yeah, we're absolutely doing that. And I think it's going to be huge this year. And then also, yeah, we're going to be at Scarefest for our first booth there ever. I'm nervous, excited. And like always, any convention, I welcome all you guys. If you do come up there, please stop by, say hello. I'd love to meet you and put a face with a name. And yeah, we're going to try to bring our A game. It's going to be me, Tim Pumpkin, and my oldest brother Raymond. We're going to be watching the manning the booth along with his wonderful wife Karen. Mm-hmm. And we're excited, man.
That's going to be freaking amazing.
So yeah, if you got a killer costume, hit me up. and get your name in the contest. And I hope to see you guys there. Michael, I know you'll be there.
I will be there.
A lot of fun, man.
I will be there for sure. And I do have one thing for my mods, Val or Jerry, whichever one of you guys. Could you guys drop CCC Entertainment's newest trailer for Jason Voorhees Nightmares, so everyone that's here tonight, because not everybody was here Thursday, can check that out. That is the finale of the Horrorverse, and I think that you guys will be super fantastically happy about it if you've seen the Horrorverse. If not, you're gonna love it anyway. That is something that I did talk to Aaron about while I was on the show. Maybe it was backstage, maybe it was on the show, but I think we are going to do some rewatching on the channel to get amped up for that, Steve. And that's where you guys definitely want to, invite you guys back when we do that, to do some rewatching, some talking, as we're building up to Jason Voorhees Nightmare. So, Matt, dude, your costume contest, I'm there 100%, brother. I'll always be there. No matter how far away I am, brother, I will get up there. That's going to be a busy day. It's going to definitely be a busy day, but I'll bring my cameraman. We'll take a few shots. We'll joke around for some Movies and Beyond people. We'll throw a video up, and then I'll
see you after that at Ryan's bash. So.
Yep, that's total opposite direction, but we're gonna get there, and it's gonna be a blast.
Day.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a whole lot of filming there, for sure, but we're definitely gonna have a blast. Val threw the link up for CCC's Entertainment's newest trailer for Jason Voorhees Nightmares. Go over and check that out, and leave a comment, hit a like. If you're not subscribed to CCC Entertainment, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to those guys. They're fucking awesome. They're doing cool ass shit over there, for sure. Make sure you subscribe to them as well. Matt, again, brother, thank you a million times. This is a blast, dude, and you got to come back next Sunday, brother. You have to be here next Sunday.
All right.
I never tell you that you got to be back, but you got to be back because it's a Scare Fest special.
You got it,
Sunday.
man. I'll be here.
All right. Everybody in the chat, I love you all. Matt, I'll see you soon, brother. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Take care.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey, you